What's up, you guys? Mental Hog back here on YouTube after like 6 months of no uploads. But hey, who's counting? Just me. And we're going to do some new one-off challenges with career mode. The Euros are here. I hope we're all enjoying it. And in honor of the game that's happening today, right now, as I record this, which is the Denmark-Belgium game. By the way, off to a crazy start. Poulsen scores in like the second minute or something like that. So the scenes are just crazy. Christian Eriksen is recovering in a hospital like 500 yards away. It's just madness. If you guys are excited about this just as much as I am, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button because there's only more of this coming. And let's just hop right into it. So I'm gonna see you guys in the transfer list where I show you guys some of the players that I'm interested in signing. Before we get into the actual rebuild video itself, let's really quickly go over the rules of this rebuild challenge. So, rule number 1, we're assigning players from one Euro group at a time. So only Group A, B, all the way through F. Thanks to the cheat engine on the PC, we get 1 billion euros to make this happen, not dollars or pounds. There's a small difference. We're going to assign 5 players from each nation in the group. So there's 4 nations per group, 5 players per nation, 20 players in the squad total. Only players that are called up for the competition are going to be eligible. So Sergio Ramos is not eligible for Spain, for example, because he wasn't called up to the squad. Players that have since been injured, like Dean Henderson or Trent Alexander-Arnold, are no longer eligible to be in the squad because they're not currently in the squad. Every other player in the team is going to be released. There is no selling them. There's no putting them in trade deals, nothing like that. Thanks also to the cheat engine, we can release every player for free. One representative from each nation is going to be in the starting 11. So everybody from each of the 4 nations, at least one player has to be in the starting 11 when we start simming the season. And lastly, we sim all the games unless we get like a FA Cup final or a Champions League final or something like that. Then we can play that if we want to. And those are all the rules, so now let's get back into the video. Alrighty, our first nation we're going to start off with, it's going to be Finland. They've been off to an okay start. They obviously played and won the 1-0 game against Denmark, the same game that Christian Eriksen collapsed. It's kind of a weird situation. They were trying to decide whether to keep the game going or not, but ultimately decided to keep the game going. Anyways, they also lost to Russia. I think that was that yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. They lost to Russia. And so the players I'm going to bring in are going to be these 5. I'm going to bring in Lucas Hradecky. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper, I think, because that's probably the best chance of somebody getting into the starting lineup will be there. We're going to bring in Jer Uronen. Please excuse my pronunciations. I'm not Finnish at all. Glenn Kamara from Rangers. Fredrik Jensen, who I just discovered, just from the fact that he's been called up to the squad. Pretty solid player. He's got 78 potential, so we'll see how he does. And then, of course, Teemu Pukki, the man, the myth, the legend for Norwich. I remember his amazing start to the Premier League last season. He was the top scorer for a little bit at the very start of the season. That was kind of interesting. So we're going to bring in these 5 players, and we'll go from there. So now that we've got our Finland signings done, I think it would be cool to kind of show you how the starting 11 and bench shapes out as we kind of do these signings. So we've got our starting goalkeeper in Hradecky. We brought in Uronen at left back. He actually goes up +1 at left wing back, so for anybody that's trying to sign him, that's some information for you. We've got Glenn Kamara, plays the center midfield. We've got Jensen and Pukki. Those are our 5 signings from Finland. And now we're going to move on to our next country. Alrighty, our next nation is going to be Russia, my nation, baby. Outside of America, at least. They have started okay. They got beat 3-0 by Belgium on Saturday, and yesterday, at least as of when I'm recording, they beat Finland 1-0. So the players that we're going to go for, again, keeping to that 5 per nation, one that's going to be a starter, Mario Fernandes, plays for CSKA Moscow. We've got Georgi Gikia to start getting us some center backs and defender players. Roman Zobnin plays for Spartak. Both of these play for Spartak Moscow. Alexander Golovin, probably somebody we're all pretty familiar with because he plays in one of the top 5 leagues, playing for Monaco. Has some pretty solid potentials, like 82 or 83, something like that. Good career mode signing. And we've got Alexei Miranchuk, another good career mode signing. He has a twin brother that didn't make the squad, but we're going to sign him. He plays for Atalanta. Alright. Russian signings are wrapped up and the starting 11 is starting to shape up a little bit more. So Jensen and Glenn Kamara kind of fall onto the bench as a result of our signings, and that's okay. That's kind of where they were going to be regardless. But now we have Gikia at that left center back spot. Mario Fernandes definitely going to remain as our starting right wing back, or right back. I think he's higher rated at right wing back, though, so we're going to leave him as is for now. Zobnin, Golovin, and Miranchuk make up our midfield, and we still got Pukki up top. Now we're going to move on to our next nation. Alrighty, third nation out of 4. We are up to Denmark. So far, we're still in the end of the first half in this second game against Belgium, and they're still up 1-0 after that early goal that Poulsen scored. They lost 1-0 to Finland on Saturday. Obviously, Christian Eriksen recovering in the hospital, so out of respect for him, we are not going to put him on this list. Otherwise, he would obviously be a shoo-in to the side. But we're starting to get a lot more quality here. So we're going to have Daniel Voss. He's going to be a really good rotation player, kind of can play in a lot of different roles, midfield, right back, that sort of thing. Andreas Christensen, amazing center back, playing so well for Chelsea right now, part of the Champions League winning side. I got their jersey on from a couple seasons ago. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has just hopped on the scene like nobody's business this season. Even though Tottenham weren't super impressive in the Premier League this season, he was kind of like a shining light for them in that midfield. Thomas Delaney, we got a little bit of age, a little bit of experience, and Yusuf Poulsen, what a good striker. The goal that he just scored in this first, second minute of this game is kind of what made me decide, okay, I'm going to sign him. So let's get these across the line, update the starting 11, Denmark signings done. Here's what the team looks like. I switched to a 4-2-3-1 narrow because it doesn't really seem like we're going to be bringing in many, if any, wingers. So right now, the way we have it shaped up, Mario Fernandes starting from Russia, Hradecki starting from Finland, and then the rest are pretty much going to be Denmark players right now. A few more, here and there of Russia and Finland mixed in, but yeah, we've got Delaney and Højbjerg starting at those center defensive mid roles, Moranchuk, Golovin, and Jensen, Poulsen up top. Our bench is almost pretty much filled with players from the Euro squad. The only thing missing now is the big ticket signings, baby, Belgium. And if you look here, we still have so much money left to sign all these players. 627 million euros left. So we can go big in Belgium, and I'll see you at the short list. Alrighty, Belgium. So far, a 3-0 win over Russia, and are currently 1-0 down against Denmark going into the second half. But they have some of the best players. Look at some of these hot prospect signings here. Alderweireld, Kevin De freaking Bruyne, Yuri Tielemans, and Romelu Lukaku. Big Rom. We got all these people coming to the club. Minole, we need a backup goalkeeper. We can't just have one goalkeeper because if we sim the season and Hradecki gets injured, that's it. Kaput. We're going to forfeit every game. We're going to get fired. It's going to be terrible. We're not dealing with that. So we're going to bring in a backup goalkeeper. And this will complete our full squad of Group B players. So let's get into these signings. All right, you guys. All our signings are done. Our starting lineup is assembled. We are almost ready to sim the season. The only thing I'm going to wait for is for a couple of position changes, but I can just sim forward a couple of weeks and do that. Get those changed. This is our full 20-man squad. We've got Big Rom up top. Kevin De Bruyne going to be playing at that central cam position. Our two Russians, Alexei Miranchuk out on the left, Golovin out on the right at cam. We've got Tielemans playing at center mid, not central defensive mid. I had to position change him like this to get him involved. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is starting at that left center defensive mid position there. Daniel Voss is actually going to end up starting for me at left back because he's just way higher rated than Urunen. Just makes sense. Mario Fernandes starting at right back. Andreas Christensen and Toby Alderweireld is going to be my center back partnership. Hradecki in goal. Our bench, we've got Poulsen, Glenn Kamara, Fredrik Jensen, Roman Zobnin, Thomas Delaney, Urunen, Jikia, and in the reserves we've got Minole and Timu Pukki. So it's nice, a nice big enough squad to make it through hopefully all of these games. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sim forward a couple of weeks to do the position changes, and I will meet you guys halfway through the season to see how our team is doing. Alrighty, so we sit here on the 1st of January 2021. I have not seen really anything except for our Emirates FA Cup first round draw in round 3. Let's check the Premier League. So remember, Sheffield United finished absolute 20th place in the end of the season on 25 points, or even less than that, maybe 22 points or something like that. So if we're doing better than that, then that's awesome. But with the team that we have, we absolutely should be doing better than that. So let's see what happens. Premier League, and we are currently sitting 3rd in the Premier League. I actually was not expecting that. That is crazy. So we are on 43 points, just a point behind Man United. It looks like Liverpool is running away with the title, a 12-point gap on the 1st of January. We're tied on points with Arsenal ahead on goal difference. Man City just a couple points behind us. They're doing pretty well without Kevin De Bruyne, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting him to do a lot worse, but it is Manchester City. Chelsea sitting in 7th. Let's see, who's in the relegation zone, if not us? Brighton, West Brom, and Leeds is a shocker. Okay. So let's see, we were in the Carabao Cup. I don't know how far we've made it. Well, we're not in the semifinals. We're not in the quarterfinals. Did we make it to the round of 16? No. How far did we get in this? Oh, we lost to Manchester City early on. Okay. And we're also in the Champions League, so let's see how we're shaping up. We finished 2nd in our group, tied on points with PSG, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid. Leipzig making it into the Europa League. Oh my god, the President's 11, Besiktas here. Not a single point. 6 losses, only 2 goals scored. Jesus, okay. Let's see who we have in the round of 16. Lazio. Wow, we got a nice easy draw considering we finished 2nd. So I'll take that. And by the way, I replaced us with Manchester United because that doesn't really affect what happened in the Champions League for them because, well, they made it to the Europa League final and lost. But anyways, that's how we're looking. Let's take a look at our goal scorers and see who is doing the business for us. Lukaku, 18 goals and 5 assists, to be expected. Kevin De Bruyne, 11 goals and 6 assists. Daniel Voss actually getting involved quite a bit. 8 goals, 4 assists. What a pickup he's been. At 31 years old, by the way, he's gone up 1 rating when I converted into that left wing back spot. Tielemans, 5 and 5, balanced as all things should be. Miranchuk, 3 goals, 2 assists. Glenn Kamara is actually playing quite a few games. Zobnin is playing some. Højbjerg, 2 goals and an assist. Golovin, not really delivering. 2 goals, 1 assist, even though he's been playing our games. Fernandes, a goal and a couple assists. Alderweireld, Jikia, Uronen. I also converted Thomas Delaney to center back because we needed a little bit more depth there. I want to have like at least 4 of them, so we converted him. He got up a rating, and he's playing for us at center back now. Christensen is also playing. Poulsen hasn't scored a goal. Minole is playing some minutes as well, which is nice. Herdecky's only kept 5 clean sheets, which is a little interesting. Highest value player, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Tielemans, Højbjerg, to be expected. Yeah, doing well. Let's sim forward to the second half of the season, and I will see you guys in May. Alrighty, here we are. End of May. Premier League season is over. Let's see what happened with Sheffield United. You can see relegated West Brom, Brighton, and Leeds, which were the same teams that were actually bottom of the table in January. And let's scroll up. Did we make top 10? Yes. Did we make Champions League? Yes. We're at top 3 actually. So Spurs are playing in the Conference League. Chelsea and Man United Europa League. Man City, Arsenal. Oh my God, we finished 2nd. Close though, 6 points. I think we were like 12 points behind Liverpool in January. So to have the gap to 6 points, that's really impressive. 2nd in the Premier League. That is actually amazing. Okay, so let's see. Who won the Carabao Cup? I know we didn't get through. Man City won that. Let's see. What's going on in the FA Cup? Who's in the final? We're in the final. Okay, so maybe we'll get a little bit of gameplay in so you guys can see this team in action. In the Champions League, I kind of saw what happened. I'll show you what happened. So, we're not in the final. We weren't in the semifinals. We weren't in the quarterfinals. We lost to Lazio after I said it was an easy draw. 3-0. We didn't even score a goal against them. So, pretty yikes considering we had Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, all these amazing players. And I also saw an interesting piece of news here when I was looking. So let's check out the top scorers in some of these leagues. So as you can see, Lukaku wins the Golden Boot in the Premier League. 25 goals from 38 games. Kevin De Bruyne in top 10 as well. 17 goals for him this season, which is amazing. Daniel Voss is in the top 25 with 11 goals. That is a shocking signing right there. Guys, get Daniel Voss in your career mode because he's actually just a beast in simulations, I guess. Assists. De Bruyne in the top 10, Tielemans in the top 10, both with 7 assists. Daniel Voss, 6 assists. That's crazy to me. Lukaku with 5 assists as well. Clean sheets. Herdecky kept 9 clean sheets in 36 games. Not too bad, not too bad. I think if we kept more clean sheets, we had a much better chance of potentially grabbing a title this season in the Premier League. Lukaku, 33 goals, 7 assists this season. 54 games and 40 goal contributions. That's absurd. That's really, really, really good. De Bruyne, 21 and 13. Daniel Voss, 18 goals and 7 assists. I don't know if he's like playing in the midfield or a cam or what, but that's just crazy to me. Moranchuk, 10 goals, 5 assists. Højbjerg really stepping up from that CDM spot, 8 goals and 2 assists. Tielemans, 6 and 10. Golovin doing a little bit better. Kamara played quite a few games this season, to be fair. Did a little bit of work there. 3 and 2 for Zobnin. And yeah, I mean, everybody else. Poulsen finally scored his 1 goal. Herdecki kept 13 clean sheets. Top assister, De Bruyne and Tielemans. And yeah, that's everything that I pretty much have that I can even look at in terms of stats. So now let's go ahead and get into this FA Cup final against Leicester City and see what happens. I'll get you guys some gameplay, see the squad in action. Sheffield United, what a story this little challenge is. From relegation to second place in the Premier League and a trip to Wembley for the FA Cup final, the most historic trophy there pretty much is to win. And let's see if we can maybe win it. Look at that nice green kit too. I love that kit. Alright, that's going to be a free kick. We have not touched the ball yet in the first 8 minutes of this game. That's just absurd. We cannot get it back from them. James Maddison is going to take the free kick. Oof, Herdecki with a good save. Good job from the Finnish lad. Playing against 5 at the back formations is so tough for me with these wing backs, man. Holy crap. Maddison scores. They have an early lead in the FA Cup final. We're not here for the gameplay. We're here for the challenge. But I'm trying to get this silverware, man. This looks like a good build up here. De Bruyne. Nobody to pass to, though. Passes inside to Tielemans. Højbjerg in space. Finds De Bruyne. Lukaku turns his man. Shoots. Ah, there was no power on that. Schmeichel makes a good save. Play for the corner now. Lukaku, can we find the head of Lukaku? No. We find Alderweireld instead. Lukaku, though, going to get to it. Takes the shot. Oh, Moranchuk, man. Højbjerg not quite covering the center of the pitch. Maddison. Oh, what a save from Herdecki. Get that out. Woo! We need to not dive in. We need to not dive in. Oh, it's 2-0 to Leicester. Dennis Praet scores. Oh, man. This is the team that I was doing a career mode with, too. I remember really enjoying that career mode. We are playing a really high line here. Another free kick just on the cusp of halftime. Oh, man. It's been really tough to defend against Leicester today. Oh, hits the post. Jesus, get that out for halftime. All right. Halftime, we're down 2-0. I'm going to mess around with the tactics a little bit and see if I can't fix this a little bit. Alrighty, second half. We're down 2-0. I think with the new tactics, I just applied pressure on heavy touch and told my fullbacks to stay back instead of just balanced. We should be better off. Let's see what happens. Højbjerg. Oh, no! They scored a third! Oh my god, this is turning really embarrassing! I don't even know who this guy is! Alright, let's change more tactics. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, we're changing formations. We're making substitutions. Poulsen is on the pitch. Christensen is on the pitch. We're playing 5 at the back. Super high press. We're going to see what we can't make anything magical happen here. I need Lukaku to make a run, man. I need him to. Fuck me. We cannot get past Kasper Schmeichel. Alright. Well, that was just embarrassing. I should probably not do gameplay portions going forward in these challenges because we got absolutely destroyed. 3-0. We didn't have a single chance really all game. No tackles stuck in. Not to sound like a whiny guy, it's just one of those games where the AI just says, nope, you're not doing anything. Thank you very much. Enjoy doing nothing. I'll show you what I mean. 2 shots on target all game, 31% possession. It can't be all me. It really can't be. It's just impossible. FIFA's just ridiculous sometimes. Anyways, we move. So it wasn't, you know, the best result that we could have had. We could have maybe won the Premier League. We definitely could have won the FA Cup. We just didn't. I couldn't get the tactics quite right, but there's your Group B team. They did indeed save Sheffield United from getting relegated like they almost did in real life. Well, like they did get in real life. They did get relegated. They didn't in this one. They got second place in the Premier League, round of 16 in the Champions League, final of the FA Cup. I would say all around, not too bad. So that's going to be the Group B Euros rebuild for you. I think what I'm going to do is just keep making more of these group rebuilds and see how they go. And if you guys enjoy them, please make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, obviously. And then that way you know when I upload more of these fun challenge videos. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.